And during the so-called debate, Trump really lost his shit for fact-checking a couple of the lies he told during the debate. And according to fact-checking during, even though David Muir and oh, damn it, what's the name of the woman who co-hosted? I watch her every Sunday. What the hell is her name? Oh, well. Can't think of it. It'll come to me. It'll come to me probably when I'm off the air today. But anyway, during that debate, or I should say the next morning, the network revealed through its fact-checking that he had lied 55 times in a 90-minute debate. 55 fucking lies. And once that was made public, then Trump called for the network to be punished. Well, of course. Of course be punished. Oh, my God. I need to pause and just take a couple of deep breaths, because I do, I just find myself getting absolutely crazy about shit like this, whether it's this religious craziness or the political shit. Oh, my God. Well. Deep breath. Deep breath. Yes, okay. Trump told the Fox sewer after it was made clear that they had fact-checked him, after it was made clear that the number of lies he told were so astronomical. After all that was made clear by ABC the day after, Trump was on the Fox sewer, and he said, quote, "They ought to take away their license for the way they did that." End quote. And the day after, this had become a complete conspiracy theory, with Trump talking about claims made by a sick Nazi fucked up conspiracy online site called Leading Report, created by a car wash owner and best known for spreading lies and causing death where it concerned COVID-19. And then there was another poll that originated from a Twitter account of an acknowledged MAGA supporter who wrote this, quote, "I will be releasing an affidavit from an ABC whistleblower regarding the debate. I have just signed a non-disclosure agreement with the attorney of the whistleblower," end quote. And that bullshit was picked up and repeated by various white people, sick fuck Christian websites with over 1 million followers. A lie makes it 10 times around the earth in the morning before the truth has a chance to put its pants on. Something Mark Twain said. Well, he didn't use the F word, did he? And on I think it was a week ago Friday, Kansas Senator Roger Marshall called for a congressional investigation. And this asshole said, "I'm going to demand all correspondence, records, and potential coordination between ABC and Harris ahead of the debate." Are you really, you little twit? Fucking idiot. And then, of course, we have the Q-bitch from right over here, not far from the Daniel Scapin studio. I'm talking about the sick, degenerate Marjorie Taylor Greene, always near the cutting edge of any conspiracy theory. Yes, she is. She's right there. Ah! And she came on with a whole bunch of tweets that showed up a couple days after Trump was beat to a pulp by Kamala Harris with the claim that this unknown whistleblower, the one cited by the asshole on Leading Report, the whistleblower, according to Marjorie Taylor Bitch Greene, had died in a mysterious accident, the details of which nobody has any evidence, report, factual knowledge, nothing. But you don't need that in the world of these white Christian demons. You don't need fact. I mean, look at their religion. Ah! And then the Q-bitch sorta hobbled back her claim after it became clear that the story that she was saying was absolute true. The guy's dead. Blah! Came from a fake news site filled with stories written using artificial intelligence. And this site, where the story of the dead whistleblower originated, this site also attempted to spread a virus to anyone who followed the link. Yes, of course. And as I think it was Daily Kos put this out last week, Greene, even if the whistleblower isn't dead, there's apparently no evidence that whatever he's got to say or she's got to say has anything to do with ABC or any knowledge about the debate, or even if this whistleblower exists. And of course, ABC has, in a very journalistic, polite, businesslike way, has raised middle fingers on both hands of everyone they can get in the building to make the gesture, middle finger towards these Trump assholes. But rather than just do that, folks, rather than just to symbolically say, go fuck yourself, why not just come out and say it? I mean, who gives a shit about the F word anymore? Who are you going to offend? Eh? I see ABC or NBC or MSNBC, although if it ever happens, it'll probably be Joe Scarborough who does it. But I would love to see on one of the newscasts or one of the talk shows, one of these people say something to the effect of, these people that work around Trump are fucking insane. Trump is fucking insane. These are fucking Nazis. These are, just over and over. Of course, that person would immediately be put into a straitjacket and taken away someplace and given some chamomile tea, I'm sure, which is what some of my critics have suggested through emails should happen to me. Oh, my God. Now, the same account that said it was in touch with the whistleblower, that crazy fucker that I mentioned, released a portion of the claimed affidavit. A portion. The affidavit includes claims that Kamala Harris was unfairly provided with a podium, quote, significantly smaller than that used by Donald Trump, end quote, to make her look better. And that there was an agreement to not ask her about her brother-in-law, Tony West, who faces allegations of embezzling billions, end quote. Tony West is the chief legal officer at Uber, who formerly negotiated a $13 billion J.P. Morgan Chase settlement over bad mortgage practices. The only claim that West has been accused of embezzlement came from other unverifiable extreme MAGA accounts on Twitter. That claim has not been picked up or validated or even talked about by any other news organization, not even the Fox Sewer or Newsmax. Probably the first time you've heard about it is right now. Oh, and in addition, the so-called affidavit that was put out there by this sick fucking white man is riddled with typos and misspellings. Oh, my God. And it has no place in the affidavit for the signature of an attorney. and no information that shows the author has any knowledge of any activities inside ABC. So, if you need a bottom line, here it is, the entire so-called affidavit accusing ABC of a co-conspiracy with Kamala Harris. The whole thing appears to be a poorly disguised attempt to get the false claims into the media and the false claims about Kamala's brother-in-law. But you shouldn't expect that to stop these Christian devils from using this excuse to fill the Hunter Biden-shaped hole, the laptop-shaped hole in their hearts. Hunter Biden, remember him? Remember the laptop? Do you remember Trump saying, Russia, if you could get your hands on those 35,000 emails of Hillary's, I think that would, or whatever the fuck he said. Oh, by the way, because we're running out of time here, I'll probably carry this over into the bonus for my subscribers. But several top operatives on this black Nazi Mark Robinson's campaign for North Carolina governor have resigned. And that came just a couple of days after the CNN report uncovered all this bullshit that came out of this pig fucker's mouth on a porn website. Mark Rob. See, it's not just white people. It's not just Christians. I mean, you can be black, you can be a Jew, you can be a Muslim, and still be a fucking insane freak, which is what Mark Robinson, by his own words, is. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. You know, the Progressive Voices Network brings you commercial-free commentary from today's leading progressive radio hosts and pundits, like me, Mike Malloy, 24 hours a day. I'm not your typical old guy from the 80s or the 90s talk radio host, and Progressive Voices is not your typical talk radio network. It's a listener-supported nonprofit with no corporate control whatsoever over our broadcast. So hosts like me, Mike Malloy, are free to rant and scream and carry on about whatever we like. We're often controversial, but we're never boring. Weeknights, 9 p.m. in the East, 6 p.m. in the West on the Progressive Voices Network. Always progressive, always on. I'm Mike Malloy. Keep it lit.